So when we talk about placing objects and where they should be in the world, we're used to saying, okay, there's some arbitrary, origin point, and everything's like a certain distance from that origin point, and that's how we'll create our digital environment. And that's, it works perfectly when we have like these absolute positions. At this point in augmented reality, it's not quite like that. And I suppose a good way of imagining why it's not quite like that is what these APIs are doing is they're kind of like filling out like a jigsaw puzzle, like one little piece at a time. You sort of imagine it by, let's say, like, close your eyes, right? And just open them, look at this one point. And then close your eyes, turn, and open them, look at that point. And then have a guess at how far away those 2 points are, and then, close your eyes and then say, look in between them, all right? And then have another guess at how far away those 2 points are from each other. And every time you're able to open your eyes again, you're going to get like a different measurement, and hopefully like a more and more accurate measurement. So this is important if we say we want to place objects in the physical world and we want them to stay the same at that same position in the physical world, and also in the physical world, like relative to each other, to each point, So yeah, this is where anchors come in, and it's a really nice word because you can actually kind of imagine like a ship. A ship without an anchor would tend to drift along, in the ocean, and that's what we'll see our objects doing when we'll do some experiments and like see if we can get some of that behavior shown. But yeah, you'd actually see, like, for example, if I wanted to place like a little character on top of here without an anchor, you might see them start to go like through the whiteboard, or just over time things getting a little bit more inaccurate. Whereas with an anchor, the idea is that they'll be as fixed as possible to that one position. And yeah, so we'll have a little play with that. Oh yeah, two more things I wanted to mention. One is with a moving object, what's recommended, even with a moving object that's going through space, to still attach it to an anchor, and then swap anchors depending on which one's the closest to. So let's say, for example, I had a guy who wanted to, he had a little spaceship, and he wanted to fly from this point on the whiteboard to this point on the whiteboard. What would want is for him to be a child of this anchor, until he gets closer to that anchor, and then he swaps which he's a child of, swaps the parent game object. And that was the other thing I wanted to mention. The difference between an anchor and a tracked plane is an anchor is actually, it's a component of a game object, and that's how we attach something to an anchor. Is we'll actually say make this a child of the game object, the anchor game object. And yeah, so we'll get into that, do some examples, and yeah, have a play with it.